Welcome to my YouTube channel LGBT Lesbians. This is a super audiobook burlesque. The best book I've ever read, you can't stop reading it. Burlesque video book drama. On my channel you will also find a lot of hot and sexy audiobooks about lesbian relationships, such as Stripper, Checkmate, Dance for Me and many others. Scenes of kissing, sex and hot relationships between girls, causing excitement, laughter, surprise, and sometimes tears of sadness and joy. Happy listening and pure emotions to everyone. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss a single wonderful episode. Camilla looks at Lauren in bewilderment. Yeah, duh. Then she realizes she sounds really annoying, so she shakes her head, waving her arms. Sorry, I just thought it was kind of obvious. Ariana clocked me almost immediately. Clearly, absent-mindedly, her hand flies to her exposed collarbone, her fingers touching her covered hickeys. No, yeah, I knew you guys slept together obviously. Sorry, I didn't know if it was, like, wishful thinking on my part, that you'd be only into girls. Oh, Camilla stops short. Wishful thinking? Yeah, Lauren's mouth tilts up into a tiny smile. Camilla ducks her head, feeling her cheeks flush. Jesus Christ, you're such a flirt, she mutters. I hate you. Please, you love me. Lauren reaches out to tweak her hip, and a surprised giggle escapes Camilla's lips. No, I hate you. You're a brat. She tweaks her back, and Lauren leans into her, smirking. Ooh, yeah, mommy, talk dirty to me. Stop, Camilla squeals, pushing her. Tell it to Lucy, you skank. The dopey smile that forms on Lauren's face once Camilla says Lucy's name sobers Camilla up very quickly. I love that woman, Lauren says dreamily. She tightens her hold on Camilla's hand as they go towards the back room, where Leon and the other sound guys are. She's so perfect, so perfect. I am obsessed with her. A multitude of unpleasant feelings settle in the pit of Camilla's stomach. Isn't she a little old for you? She says, more snappishly than she would like, even though she knows she has no right to feel any sort of way about the Lauren-Lucy situation. That's been going on, apparently, since way before Camilla even got here. Thankfully, Lauren doesn't seem to notice the bite in Camilla's tone. Yep, she says cheerily. I like older women, dominant older women, at that. Wow, someone has mommy issues. It's meant to be a joke, but suddenly Camilla remembers what Dinah said about Lauren and her family. She turns to her. Lo, I'm sorry, I didn't mean. Dinah told you about my fucked up family? Lauren raises her eyebrows. Big surprise. Don't worry, it's a sensitive subject, but not, like, that sensitive. Duh, I have mommy issues. And daddy issues. General parent issues. Just don't pick at it and I'll be fine. She squeezes her hand. All right, pretty girl, here we are. She flings open the door to the sound booth. Sitting there is a 20-ish looking dark-skinned guy with close-cropped, curly hair, a pair of headphones slung around his neck. Hey, you're the new girl, he says. Killer voice, I heard. He sticks out his hand, and Camilla shakes it. I'm Leon. Camilla says. She's suddenly acutely aware of Lauren leaning into her side. She turns back to Leon, trying to ignore how Lauren is clutching onto her arm, her cheek pressed against Camilla's shoulder. Lo said that I should talk to you about the song I'm going to open with tonight. She continues planning her opening number with Leon, talking with him as he flips through the tracks. Lauren is still clinging to her like a puppy. She's even started to play with Camilla's hair, which is basically her one weakness, humming a little as she twirls the thick strands around her finger. Once she kisses Camilla's shoulder. Camilla has no idea what's up with her, how she manages to be so Lucy obsessed 1 second and all over Camilla the next second. This seems to be a trend. With Lauren, though, a not exactly unpleasant trend, but a confusing one nonetheless. Once they're done setting everything up and Lauren and Camilla leave the sound booth, Camilla turns to her, frowning as Lauren detaches herself from Camilla's arm. "What's up with you, clingy?" "Just marking my territory." Lauren's green eyes are twinkling. Camilla scowls. "You're kidding, right?" The girl across from her lifts one shoulder in a half shrug. "Leon can be pervy, and he really likes brunettes. I was just making sure he knows that you're off limits, in one way or another." "Lauren," Camilla lets out a harsh sigh, but she tugs Lauren into a hug regardless. "You're ridiculous," she murmurs. "Absolutely ridiculous." "I know," Lauren coos into her ear. "You'll just have to get used to it, baby." Camilla spends the majority of the rest of rehearsal time watching the girls, trying to pay close attention to their routines. The majority of them are different numbers than they were yesterday, except for the Britney Spears circus one, where Lauren has the whip and the top hat. They're not in costume, just in their workout clothes, but they still all have their props. Lucy stands in front of the stage, running her girls like a dictator, barking orders at them as they move and sweat and dance. It's intense, but Lucy reassures her that she has a few weeks to get them down, and she'll work with her one-on-one to learn. There are some numbers Lauren's not in. She spends those at Camilla's table, much to her surprise. She thought she'd be glued to Lucy, the woman she's obsessed with, but no, she sits with Camilla, occasionally pointing out when one of the girls does something wrong. "Normani's always perfect," she says quietly, leaning forward so only Camilla can hear her. "She has the best technique, and she always hits each move really sharply. Dinah is generally pretty good, but she's not as quick as Mani. What she lacks in technique she makes up for in how sexy she is, though. Kind of like me. I'm not the best dancer, but my voice and my boobs make up for it." Camilla smacks her arm, getting a barrage of giggles out of Lauren. "Shut up." Zendaya's a little messy, too, but she's damn flexible, which is how she can do all the stunts the rest of us can't. Ariana and Victoria are on the weaker side, but they're also pretty flexible even if they can't dance as well. And they're both, like, out of this world beautiful, so they're both audience favorites. Liz is also one of our best dancers. Taylor is. Taylor. Camilla doesn't remember her. Which one's Taylor? Hotshot in the front. Lauren points to a girl with shoulder-length blonde hair and impossibly long legs. Total cunt, but so fun. She kind of hates me because she thinks she should be the star, but she can't sing for shit. She's probably avoided you thus far because she hates you too, for being our next big thing. Again, cunty, but she's really not that horrible. Just don't get on her bad side. Alright, God, this kind of reminds Camilla of her high school cheerleading squad. It's as nostalgic as it is irritating. Lore. When Lucy calls Lauren up to the stage, she isn't demanding like she is with the other girls. Instead, her voice gets all gentle, like she's afraid if she's too harsh with Lauren she'll break. Camilla narrows her eyes at the brunette as she waves her hand towards the stage, a patient smile on her face. "Can you join us for the next number, babe?" Camilla isn't the only one miffed by the blatant favoritism, which becomes pretty obvious when she sees more than one eye roll from the girls on the stage. Normani scoffs and whispers something to Ariana. Zendaya crosses her arms over her chest, scuffing the ground with her heel. And even Dinah, who is the sweetest girl in the cast, gets this pinched expression on her face. Camilla sympathizes with them, completely. This is her second day at House of Hernandez and she can already see how Lucy treats Lauren compared to the other girls. Not that she treats the other girls badly, or anything even close, but she just treats Lauren so exponentially, obviously better than them. It's almost laughable. Lauren bounces up from her chair, her dark waves loose around her shoulders as she walks up to the stage. To their credit, the girls don't seem to blame Lauren for Lucy's behavior. Camilla doesn't, either. Well, not much anyway. Lucy throws them into a Pussycat Dolls number. Lauren isn't singing in this one, but still, Camilla can't look at anyone else but her. She's so magnetic, even though she's not all done up like she usually is on stage. Her face, the way she moves her body, it's like it's impossible not to look at her. She has to admit, she's more than intimidated. Despite Lauren's critiques, to Camilla the girls look absolutely perfect. They've clearly been doing this number for a while. All the choreography is damn near flawless. And she gets to realize why most of them are wearing their hair down. Hairography seems to be a pretty prominent part of their numbers. Camilla's really going to have to work on her dance skills to get at their level. Some of their performances are definitely based more on sex appeal than precision, but that's fine. That works better for Camilla anyway. She's never really thought of herself as a sexual person, or even, like, a sexy person. No, she's no blushing virgin. She slept with Ariana the first night she met her, which should earn her some serious street cred, if you ask her, but she wasn't exactly super active as a closeted high schooler. And her virginity was unceremoniously lost to a girl she met a couple times at a party in college. Even though she was a cheerleader and she dated boys, she wasn't like a Glee cheerleader. She was private, mostly. Studious. People liked her just fine, but she didn't really have boys knocking down her door in order to get with her. She couldn't imagine being as comfortable sexually as Lauren clearly is. But it's something she's going to have to get used to, isn't she? That in all the eyes of every single patron all over her body. She likes her body, okay, but again, she's never seen herself as being overly sexy. Not like Lauren, whose entire body and demeanor practically screams sex. On stage, Lauren sinks to her knees, running her hands up and down her body. Well, they all do that. But again, Camilla can only look at Lauren. She blushes when the dark-haired Jiri sends her a flirty wink. God, this is so fucking stupid. She's like a teenager with a crush. Well, she is a teenager. But she's almost 20, and she would consider herself an adult. And Lauren is so. Something about her is so fucking intoxicating. It wasn't enough for her to be beautiful. She had to be smart, funny, and talented too. If she were anyone else, Camilla would hate her, or at least be jealous of her. But instead she's just fascinated. Completely and utterly fascinated. This is not really gonna end well for her, is it?
Support the channel with a reaction and write a comment under the video. Thank you very much for staying with me on the channel and subscribing.